So, the billet box. This is the billet box. Marvel of modern technology, the billet box. Um, so, hold on, let me get you a link to the billet box real quick if you guys want to check out their website. Here you go. So the deal with the bill, oh, that didn't come over proper. That's fine. You should be. That link will work. So the billet box. It's 179 bucks. It is precision milled 6061 T6 aluminum. That's what the body is made of. It's USA made dragon plate carbon fiber. That's what the black fiber is on the outside. They are not currently available. They're going to be doing, they did pre-orders not too long ago. They're going to do another pre-order after the first pre-order ships. It'll probably be next month sometime. The plastic components are machined DuPont Delrin plastic. It's got a stainless steel ball bearing sliding lock. Everything's made with FDA approved materials. It holds 6.5 milliliters of juice, which is pretty cool. It's got a quick refill through a ball valve on the tank. I'll show you how that works. And it's variable voltage from 4 to 5.5 volts. It has a 30-day warranty as well, and it takes two 16340 batteries. So as you can see here on the inside, those are 16340s, not 18350s. So let's hold on a sec. So let's talk about this thing, the billet box. So this has been very, very much hyped. I think a lot of it has to do with the design. It has a ball bearing, Ken. It's got a ball bearing lock. So if you take a look here on the inside of the back cover, it's got this slot that runs down the center, and then this little divot right here. So, and then on the inside, there's a ball bearing right here that's like spring-loaded. And when you slide this up, it slides through that groove, and then it locks into place in the little divot. So, and it's very firm lock on there too. So, let's see. It comes with, now, just so you know, this is actually not my device. This is a friend of mine let me borrow this so that I could review it on the show. So, thank you to my friend that let me borrow this, whose name I won't mention. Oh, oops. That's right, you're famous now, Cal. So, my friend let me borrow this for the show, and so I don't have everything that comes with the device, but it does come with, you can get it with an extra tank. It also comes with a special fill syringe that you use with the little ball bearing fill, or the ball valve fill. I'll show you how that works in a little bit. And aside from that, you get the device. You'll need to order the batteries separate. But it's pretty compact. So if you take a look at this now, and keep in mind that this is with the tank and the atomizer and everything. We'll hold this side by side with the Nemesis, and this is an 18650 mode. So height-wise, it's much, much more compact. It's about the size of a playing card, maybe a little bit smaller. Obviously, it's wider than a tube mod, of course, because everything is set up in parallel in here. You know, it's maybe about as wide as, a little wider than two tube mods, two 22 millimeter tube mods. It's probably about 50 millimeters wide. Um, it looks nice. You know, aesthetically, I think it's really cool. It's very well machined. You can feel the quality of the device just, you know, holding it, and everything feels like it's really sturdy. Um, and you know, and I do like the look of the carbon fiber. I'm typically not much of a box mod person, but I think that this one does look pretty classy. I like the way that the button is set up too. If you can see from the side here, it's actually completely flush. So it's you know, it doesn't lock, but I haven't had any issue with it firing on its own. It's pretty firm, so you know, you would really need to, yeah, I mean, you'd have to throw it in your pocket with your keys and have your keys press up against the button or something to get it to misfire. So um, the you know, it's not clicky, but it's got a nice tactile feel to it. The button firing. Um, Now, I mean, I want to talk about the internals on this thing because it's pretty cool. It's pretty slick. So, you know, you've got some nice engravings like I showed you on here. It says hand and robot made in the USA. Kind of cool. It's got the revision number on there too. This is revision 1.1, and then it's got their logo, the BB. That's the inside of the back cover, and then inside the device itself, you've got the voltage engraving, as you can see, and it says billet box on there, and then you can see the tank is inside the device. Um, Come on now, there we go. So, and then you've got the two batteries down here in parallel. So this is pretty cool. The way that you put this tank in, it actually comes out really easily. So you take your drip tip out of the top, and at the top you've got this little brass piece that's got it looks like it's got two little airflow slots. Those are actually not airflow slots. Those are for screwing that top piece in and out. So, and you can do this with your fingernails, and I think they designed it so that it's easy to do. But basically, you just turn this little thing on the top around a couple times, and then the whole tank pops right out. You can see right there. And then, you know, if you need to replace your you know, your atomizer or your cartomizer, whatever you're using in here, you know, you can either empty it first and then pull it out, or you know, however you want to go about it. And it's easier to work with when you pull the tank out. That's for filling, and obviously for replacing the atomizer you have to do that. But for filling, I found it easier to pull the tank out to do that. So the the filling is actually pretty cool. So this little ball right there, it's actually a ball valve. I know we've been saying balls a lot tonight, but so it's a little ball valve, and basically what you do is you take either a syringe or like a plastic pointed fill bottle, and you push in with the tip of it, and that little plastic ball right there actually will go right in. I'll show you with a screwdriver real quick, just because I don't have the fill bottle handy. But just, this is basically how you fill it. So pretend this is a syringe. You just push on that. Hold on. Focus. One moment. So you would just push on that with the screwdriver, and it'll actually just go right in, as you can see, and then it pops back out. So you push it in with the syringe, fill it up, pull it back out. Pretty simple. There we go. And putting this back in, it's really easy. I mean, it just pops back in, as you can see here. Just pop that back in, and then you tighten this screw back down on the top, this little brass ring, and that makes it fit snug. Now it won't pop out on its own. Shake it up all you want, put the drip tip back in, slide the back cover on, and you're good to go. So I mean, I think, it was obviously it was designed with Cardos in mind. Um, the design is really nice with the tank on the inside. Um, it's a different take on other designs that I've seen, where you have, like a board down, um, um, like a recessed hole, almost like a hole, in like a wood box mod where you have a hole almost like this, and like a hole in one of the Keegan's Creation mod holders, where the atomizer actually, or the cargo tank actually can sit down inside that, or the atomizer can sit down inside that to give kind of the same effect where you have it makes the device more compact. You'll have the battery on one side and then the atomizer recessed in here, like a sticker type of setup, like the Sidewinder kind of setup. Um, you know, so that's nice. It's a different take on that, where it's actually inside the device. You can't see it at all. All that you see is the box on the outside. It's pretty cool. Visually, I think that they did it did a really good job with the design. I like the look of it a lot. I like the way that it feels in the hand. Um, but I hope you guys don't hate me when I say this, but performance-wise, eh. I mean, I don't know. It's not. It doesn't. It's not blowing my mind. I mean, like, I would like to be able to crank it up a little higher than 5.5, or maybe go a little lower, use a lower resistance atomizer. I don't know. The fact that it only goes from 4 to 5.5 was surprising. I figured it would be 3 to 6 like everything else that's on the market right now. Maybe it's a higher quality electronics that they're using, and that has a limited voltage range. I don't know. But, I mean, it's still. I hate even saying this. So for a cargo tank user, this thing's fantastic. Um, for someone that really loves the diver, um, this is fantastic. The form factor is fantastic. It feels really nice. It works well. For a Jenny user, for someone that's into rebuildables, um, I'm not getting as good a vape from this as I do from my Jennies. I find, like I said, I have to take shorter pulls. I mean, if you're an experienced Cardo user, maybe you'll have a different experience than I do with than I have with the diver with your Cardos. If you do like a drill some extra hole, or punch some extra holes in it, so you get really good juice flow and you can take a nice long drag off of it. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, performance-wise, like I said, it's not blowing my mind. So, um, yeah, I know. That's terrible. I was all excited about it. I wanted to love it, and it's just, I don't know. It's just not quite doing it for me. Maybe it's just because I've gotten so used to vaping Jennies, and you don't get quite as clean a flavor as you do on a Genesis when you go to a Silica. I can't even imagine using a Cardo in this, because I know with Cardos you don't get quite as good a vape as you do off of a Silica rebuildable either. So I think that it would be maybe a step down from using the diver in this. However, that said, if you are a Cardo user, I think that this is a phenomenal device. I would definitely recommend it for someone that's a Cardo user, or for someone that is, a Cardo tank user and looking to looking for something that's a little more compact. If you don't hate box mods, I know a lot of people do. I'm not a huge fan of them myself. But again, if you're a Jenny user, I would stick to the Jennies, personally. Although it doesn't leak, which is nice. But personally, if I were going to go for a travel device, I would rather use a Vinci or a Rio bottom feeder with a Chalice or an ERA or something like that on it, for a leak-free portable setup that's going to hold a good amount of juice. rather than going this route. That's my personal take on it. So, overall, yes, I think it's a good device. I don't think it's for everybody, though, and it is not for me. So there you have it.